All footage are rights of Nintendo, Sega, NEC, and SNK. All information provided in this episode, plus future episodes, are provided by Wikipedia, the free Wikipedia. Hello Wii players and all those who happen to watch. Welcome to another episode of Worth Your Wii Points. Now we're going to cover a very stylish game today titled Rise Star. This game has been released on many collections for the Genesis console bundle packs you get for like PlayStation 2, GameCube, etc, etc. And this game, of course, was worth a lot of value for its time and now. It was very unique. Created by the Sega team, this title was basically one of those type of games that use the same basic engine as Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Is it? 3. It was basically one of those type of games that you couldn't look away from because it was interesting, it was different. Yes, it still had the Sonic engine, but it also had a different style to it, which was very cool, in my opinion. It was established as a platformer. It had a lot of history behind it. Here's the history of Rise Star. Rise Star was developed from an idea originally put forward during the design talks for a character who have been later become the Sonic the Hedgehog. Luigi Naka, head of Sonic team, recalled in 1992, at first we used a character that looked like a rabbit with ears that could extend and pick up objects. As the game got faster and faster, we needed to come up with a special characteristic to give our character some power over his enemies. I remember the character I had thought about years ago, who would have rolled himself into a ball and slam into enemies. Hedgehogs can roll themselves into a ball, so we decided to go from a rabbit to a hedgehog. Some years later, the game starring the rabbit-type character was developed certainly from Sonic, and eventually evolved into a prototype called Feel. The rabbit resemblance in Feel was already phrased out, and the character no longer used his ears, but his arms. After some changes in the main character, that game eventually became known as Rise Star. So yes, folks, Sonic the Hedgehog was going to be Thumper the Rabbit. I recall hearing this before from the 1992 article from a Game Informer magazine or something like that? It was like a review shortly after that, though. I can't remember what year it was, so I remember reading it. I'll have to get back to you on that. The game takes place in the 70-planet Viridian system known as the Vigi system, according to the back European box. A legendary hero is a shooting star that protects this galaxy. And evil spice pirate Kaiser Greedy has kidnapped him and made the planets obey him. The inhabitants of the planet near Florida outside Japan pray for a hero before Greedy's mind to control the snatches them. The desperate prayers reach the star goddess Alto and awakens one of her children, Rise Star. With one sole purpose of gaining the wishes of the innocent people, he must stop Greedy and rescue the legendary hero, who is known as Rise Star's father. Basically, the gameplay is very simple. He's unable to jump as high as most platformer apologists do, but his jumps have a bit more hang time, meaning he stays in the air longer. By pressing the grab button, Rise Star can snatch his hands forward and grab whatever is ahead of him. The player can make his hands go in any of the 8 directions by combining the attack with directional control pad, except downward while on the ground. Rise Star grabs an enemy, he will continue to hold it until the button is released, causing him to collide with the enemy and destroy them. He can also grab walls and various other obstacles in the way. Basically, to leave the gameplay in a suspenseful climax for you guys, I suggest purchasing this game because, folks, Let's freaking face it. If you already have Sonic the Hedgehog in your collection for the Wii console, then this game should be next to it, because it was basically a similar concept to Sonic. It was Sonic, but they changed it, of course. But he was basically the twin brother of Sonic, except he didn't do all the special jumping. He wasn't blue. He didn't have the hedgehog shit. He was originally supposed to be a rabbit. Blah blah blah. So basically, think about it for a while. If you're gonna claim to say this guy was a Sonic ripoff, you're sorely mistaken. He was basically the original Sonic. So pay homage to this son of a bitch and spend about $8 and purchase this game, because it is worth your Wii points, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching.